I am here. We had a little tech snafu. Oh, hello. I'm seeing messages already. Oh, thank you, Pixie Shine 7. Thank you so much. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness. Welcome. I am so excited to be here. Oh, thank you. I'm seeing so many congratulations. Thank you. Yes. So, welcome everyone. This is our 7/7 portal wealth reading and activation. And part of what we are doing here is also celebrating. I've been in business 7 years now. And so, this is a 7/7/7 portal, 7/7/7 for me. So let me know if you can all hear me well in the comments. We're going without the mic today. It was causing issues. So let me know. Oh my gosh. Hello. Hi, Elle. Hi, Lamont. It's so good to see you. Cynthia, Maria, Adriana. Oh, so many people. Yes, you can hear me. Thank you for letting me know, Natasha. Oh my gosh, Mike, Janelle. It is so good to see. I see so many familiar faces and so many new names that I don't know, or maybe I know you, but I don't know your YouTube handle. Thank you for being here. I am so excited. I have some notes over here so I don't go too far off topic. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you all so much. So here's the thing. Part of why I wanted to come on today and do this live stream is I just every now and then I'm like, I want to connect with you all more. I want to connect face to face. And I get to do this a lot in my Wealth by Membership, in my mentorship spaces, but I don't always get to connect with my whole audience live. And so, yes, you found me through Kara. Kara is amazing. I'm so glad, Teresa. So I wanted to connect live. It just felt like time. It felt like time to have another one of these live streams to connect with you live. And so I know we have like 105 people already in here live. We have almost 400 people, I think, registered just for this. And I know more people will find it here. So I am so excited to get to connect with you all. My intent with this reading is for it to be, first of all, about 60 minutes. I may go over. I woke up at about 1:30 in the morning. So much guidance channeling through, so many things I want to share with you, so many things I want to pull cards on and do and incorporate in our reading. So if you need to leave early, if you need to hop off, that is completely fine because this replay will be here for you. Okay. So there is no need to stress if you have to run partway through, that is completely fine. Now, my bigger intent with this live stream, with this portal reading, is to clear some things out of the way that I feel may be blocking a lot of us from being able to manifest more wealth, more success with ease, and to really activate something in you, shift something in you, so that after this call, after this reading, you can go move with this energy. So after this call, what I recommend is once you've listened to it, whether it's now or on the replay, is coming back to this energy and then moving from it, right? Moving from this, meaning go write an email, go write a post if you're in business, go submit a resume, go do, set some intention with the universe, do something with the energy that we are going to clear and shift here. Okay. That is what I ask for you to do. That is my intent. Before we dive in, something I'm going to share, I feel called to share because this is 7 years in business for me. Something I feel called to share is just a little bit of why I started my business. And I think it's important with where we are right now at this point in our history as a collective, as a globe. I feel that this is pertinent. So, why I started my business 7 years ago is because my father was diagnosed with terminal cancer and he was in his early 60s and he had worked his whole life at jobs he hated. He told me, I remember from being a child, he would tell me, be your own boss, Taylor, be your own boss, because he hated working at these jobs, but he worked so hard to provide for my family. And he felt that he had to give up his dreams and what I really believe he was here to do, and his soul gifts were because he needed to make money. And watching that at the end of his life, seeing how he worked his whole life at jobs he hated and never lived full out and never shared his full gifts with the world, it broke my heart. And I decided I don't want this for me. I don't want this for my future children. I don't want this for my husband. At the same time, my husband, his dad had a heart attack at the same time my dad was going through this. And for me, it was just this huge wake-up call of seeing how much we collectively and individually give our power away to money, how much we think we have to settle, how much we have to play small, how much we have to put off our dreams because we need money. And the truth is, money is a necessity in our society, and I will never downplay that. Money is a necessity with the way our world and our economy works right now. It is a necessity. We need money to live, to eat, to take care of ourselves. But the way that we are taught to approach money, the way we are taught to chase it or to delay our dreams because of it, or to, most importantly, shove down our gifts because we think those aren't the things that will allow us to have money or make money, or they will actually push money away from us. That is what we have to shift, right? Sounds the same with my father. He passed 14 years ago. I'm always sad that he never got to live his dream. I feel that, Maudlene. I really do. And that's why I started my business. I started it just because I was like, I'm going to start a business. I didn't know I was going to end up doing what I do now and teaching on money and talking about it and talking about success and business and wealth. I didn't know I was going to do, this is where the path was going to lead me. I just knew I needed to do something different. And where this path has led me over these 7 years so far in business has been realizing that part of what my mission here to do is to change the money paradigm in the world. And the way I do that is by changing individual money paradigms, creating everything I do, creating readings, my Oracle decks, my journals, my Wealth Vibe membership, my mentorship programs, everything I do from free to paid, everything is in service of helping you shift your personal money paradigm. So the way you relate to money, the way you master it, the way you create it so that you can live not just an abundant life, but a completely fulfilled life. And I believe that the more people we have living like that, not only will the way money flow in our society change and be more in the hands of people who are doing important soul aligned things with it, but also the more that our collective money paradigm shift, the more that our whole society starts to change the way we engage with money and change the way that we all see money so that no one has to experience what my father did, what I'm seeing some of your parents or people you know have done in the comments here, which is die with your dreams in you because of money. I truly believe money is a beautiful tool. It is so beautiful. It is a sacred thing. It is a beautiful outward expression of our own internal divine abundance. But our relationship with it on individual levels, and especially in society, is very broken. And so those of you here, whether you're here live or on the replay, I thank you for being here. I thank you for being part of my world, part of this movement, because you are some of the first people to really do this sort of work in the world, right? To shift your own money paradigms, to say, I don't believe that the rules around money as they are, the way we're taught to behave around money, the way we're taught to make it, manifest it, I don't believe that that's all there is. I believe that there's more. I believe that it can feel different, that it can be different for me. That takes courage. So just you being here is so powerful. So thank you for being here. And I wanted to share that story because I feel that when you know that this is where I come from, I feel like we tap into something deeper together. We tap into something so much more powerful and so much more intentional. And it's this power when you're tapped into that and you manifest from there, you create from there, you take action from there, you build businesses, you go to work, you just move through life with this energy. This is where our whole society gets to transform. Our whole relationship and collective paradigms and individual paradigms and relationships and experiences of money get to change. So through these 7 years in business, yes, thank you all so much. Through these 7 years in business and realizing this is my mission, is to change the money paradigm in the world. I have created many different offers. I've done this many different ways. And what I have found is there are some core, oh, Jessica's here. Hi, Jessica. There are some core signature ways that I like to do this work with people right now. And one of those is my Wealth Vibe membership, which I know a lot of you here are in that membership. And one of those ways is my mentorship offers. And I have a brand new mentorship offer that I am officially rolling out this month. That is just, it's amazing. It's already in action. I launched it behind the scenes to a handful of people, and it is so powerful. So what I am going to do is, in a moment, we're going to dive into our reading. But to celebrate my 7-year anniversary in business and to further my mission as much as I can, to help as many people change their individual and collective money paradigms in the world, I'm going to be launching a 7-year business anniversary sale. It starts like right now. You can go shop it now. The link is in the description. But it is my 777 sale. And from now until 8/8, until Lion Gates portal. So for a month, this sale is available. And there are my 2 signature offers on sale, the Wealth Vibe and my brand new mentorship called the Golden Thread. Those are on sale for crazy prices. And also, I have a brand new offer called Inevitable. That's right in the middle there. That's on sale. I have some mentorship spots opening up with me, high level private mentorship. It's all listed if you want to check out the link in the description, or go to tayloreaton.com/777. And the 4 different offers are there. You can shop that. But I'm going to talk to you more about that later at the end of this call. But I want you to know that that is there because it's not just like I want to put things on sale. It's when I run these anniversary sales, it's because I want to make this sort of work and the crazy miraculous impacts I know they can have on your financial experience, on your business, on your career, on your life. I want to make that more accessible to more people. And so that's when I run a sale, it's always with the intention of let's get this into the hands of more people. Let's get this in the hands of as many people as this is aligned for and who are ready for it, and that I'm ready to hold in these containers. So if what we do here in this call that this reading that we're about to dive into really shifts something for you, activates something, and you want to go deeper, or you want support on your journey, you want to work with me, you want to be around like-minded people who are doing this work, you want to shift your individual money paradigms and the collective money paradigm and your experience of money and wealth in this lifetime, there are ways to do that. It's through these offers that I have for you with the sale. All right, I know, Inevitable. I love the sound of it. I'm excited to tell you all more later. So where I want to start today with our reading, and as I do this reading, as I get into this reading, I would love for you all to be commenting. Comment with whatever comes up for you throughout this reading, because those of you who are in my Wealth Vibe membership and you've done live readings with me, we do one once a month in there. As I do this, I will be keeping an eye on your comments, and sometimes something you say in the comments will ping something, and I'll pull a card on it, or something else will channel through me. So we get to really co-create this reading together, which is really beautiful here. So those of you live, please comment. If you are watching the replay, you are welcome to type things in the chat. You're still welcome to comment, and you might see that other people start to reply to you as well. But please let me know what comes up for you in the chat as I'm doing this reading, because we will co-create this reading together and something beautiful gets to come through here. But where I want to start, yes, oh, thank you so much. Where I want to start with this reading is on a very specific topic around money manifestation, that I don't think I've ever done a reading on or really even talked about. But it's something I've sat with quite a bit and that I don't think people discuss a lot. And so I'm excited for us all to shift this energy to clear this, because I feel like this is something that blocks a lot of us from manifesting wealth without realizing it, and then to get to move from this energy with you. So here is what I have for you. We are going to be doing our reading right now on the illusion of enough. So right now, those of you live in the comments, let me know, and you watching the replay, please play along too if you want. Let me know when I say enough when it comes to money, what comes up for you? What's your first impression of that? Let me know in the chat. I'm gonna grab some tea. Enough, when it comes to enough with money, let me know what comes up. Is there anything internal that comes up? Yeah. Debt caused relationship issues, just enough. It can be either, Esther, right? It's whatever comes up for you. The bare minimum, stability, enough to survive. Enough for what? Yeah. Here's a fear that I sense, not enough. Feelings of lack, having enough to feel safe and secure. Frugality. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. Your comments are moving so fast. Everything is covered, but I'm still counting every penny, being satisfied. Enough thinking about it. Don't ask for more. Feel underestimated. I always go to more than enough. I don't have enough. Always more than enough. Yes, so we have a nice array of them, but a lot of what I was seeing, right, is, yeah, I've had enough of thinking about money. Enough needing more. Enough to be financially free. The threshold, what line do I need to know that I'm okay? Surviving, lack. So there's a big range here, which is perfect. Most of what I'm seeing, though, the majority, is it's survival, it's scarcity, right? But how often are we looking at enough when it comes to money, right? How often are we looking at enough? Meaning, are you manifesting just to get enough? Enough to pay this bill this month, enough to feel secure, enough to do this? How often are you also looking at when you'll feel good enough? When you'll feel, especially for those of you who are entrepreneurs, or if you're interviewing for a different job or you want to apply for your dream job, one day once I have this credential, then I'll be qualified enough. Once I have done this job for 6 years, then I'll have enough experience to then go make more money. Once I have enough confidence, once I've signed X amount of clients, then I'll have done enough that then I can raise my rates. Yeah, Lisa, you're already 2 steps ahead of where we're going here. It's perfect. Enough to be secure one thing at a time. Yeah. Yeah, I'm manifesting a damn fairy tale. I'm just struggling to feel good enough for it. Exactly. Skip enough. Just ever flowing money. Yes. So often there's this feeling of enough of, if I could just get another $1,000 coming in this month, I would feel secure enough. And then I could really surrender and manifest. Or if I could just sign another client at this rate, then I would know that I'm good enough. Or if I could have a client get this sort of result, then I could feel good enough about myself. I know that what I'm doing is enough and that I can charge more. Yeah, enough is as if it's a box that needs to be checked before we can keep going, before we can move forward. That is exactly it. That is exactly it. We have so many boxes, so many cages that we build from enough. Whether it's enough, I need enough money to feel secure, or whether it's enough money to literally pay your bills or to eat. Or even when you have that covered, then it's okay, well, now I need enough to feel secure if something else happened, or now I need enough to take this trip, or now I need enough to do this. Or also, I need to be enough. I'm not enough. Do you see how in all of that, that is lack? That is limitation. But this is how we are conditioned in our society with the current money paradigm. This is one of the many pieces of conditioning that keeps us so small. You just signed up for the Vault 5 years. I'm so excited, Jordana. Welcome. Enough is a limitation. Enough keeps us small. Now, there's nothing wrong with wanting enough to feel secure, with wanting to feel stable, with wanting to feel these ways, but when you are constantly always shooting for enough, whether it's from an internal place or an external money place, you are limiting yourself, because you are so much more than enough. And this is where we're going to get into this reading, because you are so much more than enough. And I want to see what else comes through to help us shift this. You are a soul in this body. You are the divine. You are an extension of source. You are eternal. You are everything. How could enough ever actually be enough for you? We have the observer card coming up. This is where we start today, is really observing where you cage yourself with enough. Where do you cage yourself with enough? Right? This is the awareness that wants to come through today from my collective that we need to look at to start shift. Where do you cage yourself with enough? Let me know in the comments. Where are you always just shooting for enough instead of what you actually want? Where are you shooting for enough instead of overflow? Where are you waiting to be enough? Where are you waiting for some arbitrary amount of money or success or metrics to come through to tell you, now I can relax, now I can feel abundant, now I can enjoy the money or the life I've built, now I can have it? Where are you waiting? Where do you cage yourself with enough? Yeah, in my career. Yeah, that's literally how I've lived my life until recent years. Yeah, somewhere this feeling of getting tired of giving away power over my inner world to the current amount of money, feeling the urge to cultivate an unconditional sense of safety. Enough to satisfy me, which requires a magnificent surplus. Too much is enough. Yes. Yeah, it feels like being a good girl, not asking for more, just enough. This is very much in conditioning we have. My day job career, that doesn't really resonate with me anymore. I feel like I can't relax until I'm out of debt, but that doesn't bring in miracles. Here's the thing, I have created so much money when I had debt. When I started my whole journey, I had $100,000 of debt. Most of that was student loan debt. A lot of it was also just debt of having to survive. And when I realized that I had to be the version of me I wanted to be out of debt before I could get out of debt, that was what would get me out of debt. That was when everything changed. But when I was always putting off that I just need enough so that I can relax, and then I can focus on manifesting more, then I can focus on making more or building this up. That was keeping me small. When I found when I found ways to neutralize that debt, to diffuse that energy of debt, to actually see the debt as part of my journey, as something that shaped me, as something that made me stronger, and I was able to sit with that and also give myself permission to relax, to enjoy my life before the debt was gone. That was when I went from like 100K in debt to 100K in the bank. Yeah, what if you literally don't have enough to pay off your debt or bills? Here's the thing, like I said, you can have the desire. You can be like, I need X amount. That's a very real thing. But when we were only focused on just enough instead of overflow, right? Like if you were to manifest, let's say you have $5,000 in debt and you're like, I need to pay this off, or I need to pay $1,000 this month. Instead of just trying to manifest just $1,000, which puts so much pressure on that $1,000 and creates such a gap between you and that, you would say, I'm going to manifest overflow. I'm going to manifest this debt being completely gone. The enough creates more of a limitation, because if you manifested 10,000, you would have the 5,000 to pay off the debt. But we set our goals so small and we cage ourselves with enough. Yeah, what you said about some checkbox before I can charge more, 100% that. Why do I need to work with, or what kind of results do I need to show before? Exactly. I'm waiting for proof that my dreams are worth achieving. It's powerful. It is never enough. Old belief. Yep. That's a big one too. Thank you so much, Brian. Our time has come. My cage is the fear of how my life will be impacted if I receive more than enough. So now we're looking at what are the cages we built of enough. What's the safety, the illusion of safety that's in enough for us? We have our Fortress of Protection card. It's time to bring those walls down. These stories of it's not safe to manifest more, like Sylvia said, or if I want to survive, I have to focus on just surviving instead of thriving, right? Like these stories of enough that we are telling ourselves, they're stories that once served us. So think about, Maria says, I always pull that card. These stories that you tell yourself, these cages you built with enough, where that put a cap on what you're manifesting, that put a cap on what you think you can do or what's possible for you. Wherever that is for you right now, that served you at one point. So this might be something to look at now or to journal on later after this live stream, but how has that, if it comes to you immediately, share it in the comments. How has these illusions of enough, how has focusing on enough actually served you in the past? How has it helped you in the past? How has it kept you safe in the past? Because that's why we cling to it. We cling to it because that helped us in the past in some way. For an example, I remember when I was in grade school, and I was a straight A student, but I remember that was how I got praise. Was like if I got a good enough grade, I got praise. I got praise from my parents, I got praise from my teachers, I got praise from the school, I got praise from it was praise, and I was validated. And I was told you're doing well. Right? And I was told, get a good education, do well in school. I was told this from a young age, do well in school and you'll get a good job. Which, by the way, I had straight A's. I went to an Ivy League university for grad school. I did all the things. I left. I still couldn't make enough money. That was not an absolute truth. And so from a young age, I thought if I can just study hard enough, if I can be smart enough, if I can get good enough grades, I'll be fine. I'll be secure. Even before I knew really what money was or abundance was, I'll be enough in that sense, right? So then I carried that. I carried that through my whole life. I carried it into every job, overworking myself, burning myself out at work when I was in a corporate job, having migraines every other week that would debilitate me, but still going to work hard enough to keep the job, to get the promotion, to try to get out of debt. I carried this even into my business when I first started my business, before I was doing the money work, and I was doing virtual assistant work, and then I was doing like how to follow your passion in life, kind of like life coaching. And when I was first doing that, I realized I was like, I'm trying to be enough. I just rejoined the membership. I'm so glad you're back, Alexis. Yeah, grades don't reflect money. They don't, but that's what I was told. That's what I was told growing up. That was my conditioning. And so I had this is where I have to be enough. I have to work hard enough. I have to be smart enough. I have to prove myself. I have to perform well enough. So then I carried this into my business. Everywhere that money touched in my life, I carried this I need to be enough energy. And there was no actual real metric of enough. I just knew if I wasn't seeing the money I wanted to be seeing, that I must not be enough yet. I must not be doing enough. So the thing was, this conditioning, it was built because in school that served me. If I studied harder, I would get better grades. And so I'd get the validation. I'd be told I'm on the right path. I'm going to be secure in life. I'm fine. So that served me through school. But in the real world outside school, it didn't serve me anymore. It hurt me, burned me out, kept me in jobs that I should not have been in, that I was overqualified for. But I just kept thinking, I'm not enough then. If the money isn't there, if I'm struggling, if I'm in debt, I'm not enough, clearly. Because this is what I was taught, is if I'm working hard enough, if I'm smart enough, then I'll be fine. And I'm not fine, so therefore I must not be enough. Right? So this is where the walls have to start crumbling down. Where have you told yourself that enough is all you need? And if you can get to enough, you will be fine. You'll be secure. You'll be safe. Or everything will be okay, or you can finally relax, or whatever it is. When you get there, then I'll be enough. You have to start realizing that that's working against you. It kept you safe at some point. It worked for you at some point. It's no longer serving you. And starting to bring that conscious awareness is huge right now. That's what we need. I just pulled the Goddess card. Whew. The Goddess, it's such a completely like 180 energy from this card. This card has, I don't want to say heavy energy, it has stagnant energy. These walls we've kept up, this illusion of enough, the cages of enough we built for ourselves. It's stagnant energy. It's stuck energy, right? But this is light energy. This is effortless, natural abundance energy. It's the Goddess card. What did I say earlier? You are the universe. The universe moves through you. The divine moves through you. The spark of the divine is within you. Source speaks through you. You are an extension of source energy. Everything is. So why would you need to prove yourself to survive, to be stable? Why would you need to be anything more than you are now? And why would you only ever have to shoot for just enough? If you can see, I know it's hard, my camera doesn't quite focus on this here. This is from my Wealthy Woman deck. This is what I'm pulling from. But the Goddess, she's surrounded by like flowers, by natural abundance, by butterflies. Like it's everywhere around her. Everything's in bloom. This is how you're meant to be. This is how you're meant to see yourself. As someone who's in overflow. Someone who is in overflow and who receives the overflow that is all around her with graciousness, with gratitude. This is your natural state. And when you can let those walls crumble when you can start saying, enough is just a limitation. Enough is what's keeping me small. And you can see why you've kept those walls up, and you can start to let them crumble. This is what you naturally return to. You don't even have to try to get to this. This is just who you are at your core. This is what happens when those walls come down. Yeah, why would you is landing? I'm so good. I feel it's too much to ask for more than just enough. Even something I will say here, because that is a common one, right? It's a common thought we have of why should I have more, right? It's too much to ask for more than just enough. Sometimes this is from childhood. Sometimes this is from honestly looking at all the suffering that there is in the world, all the lack that there is in the world, and saying, who am I to get to have more than my fair share, right? And that's a very beautiful way of empathizing with the world. But the thing is, how much more good can you do in the world when you have more than enough? How will the people around you, your family, how will the charities, the foundations that you believe in, the movements you believe in, how will the people who are struggling benefit from you having more? Because I guarantee you, if you are here on this live stream, if you've stuck around this long, you are not someone who just wants to get rich to swindle everyone else. You're someone who you care. I do not attract people, and what I'm saying here does not speak to people who just want to get rich quick and are only out for themselves. You are a kind, good-hearted person who has an important soul mission on this planet, and you having more money, more than enough, you having overflow, is going to be for the highest good of all. Whenever I've sometimes thought, who am I to get to have this much money? Who am I to get to charge this amount? Who am I to get to make X amount in a month? Who am I to do that? I remind myself, I'm the perfect person to do that, because I will take that money and I will do so much good with it. I will show others what's possible. I will rewrite money paradigms for everyone in the world with what I do. I will donate money to charities. I will help people who are struggling. And if I ever have so much wealth that I am one of the wealthiest people in the world, I know that I will be using that wealth to help so many people. The world needs more people like that. Often the people who stay small enough because they don't want to ask for more. Yeah, sometimes when I'm in overflow, I feel embarrassed imposter syndrome, right? It's like sometimes when we feel that imposter syndrome, I don't belong here. Sometimes when we feel that, it's like it just shows that we are such a good-hearted person. But you being a good-hearted person is exactly why you need to have more money. Yes, conduits for massive blessings, exactly. I feel like switching up to another deck. Here, let's grab another deck. I'm looking at, I had a whole bunch of channeled notes. Let's see what else comes through. I'm loving all your comments. These are beautiful. Okay, we have Dodala cleansing. Cleansing. It's time to cleanse ourselves of enough. And in fact, the message I'm getting here is the only enough that gets to stay. The only thing that gets to stay when we start to cleanse, when we start to let those walls come down, the cage of enough, the only enough that gets to stay is the enough that puts us in our power. And when I say that, I mean, and I saw someone say this earlier in the chat, right? So you're right on the right page, was enough waiting, enough doubting, enough settling, enough overthinking, enough playing small, enough of that. Enough. Enough. That's the only enough that gets to stay. I'm so glad. That's the only enough that gets to stay, is the enough that puts you in your power. So take a moment and think about what form of enough empowers you and what form of enough disempowers you. Yeah, enough of not being enough. Exactly. Enough is enough. We should just forget that word. Remove it from your vocabulary unless it puts you in your power. I read somewhere that we can call money as our spiritual guide. I completely agree with that. Love it. And started a cleanse day clearing and making space to receive. I love that. this. So for me, enough trying to figure out how to make something happen, enough overthinking, enough overdoing. These are big things that I've had to say. Enough of that, enough trying to be enough, enough with forgetting that I am the universe, that I am expansive, that we all are the universe. Enough of playing small, exactly. Enough pretending like I'm not powerful. Yes. Yes. I am more than enough. Enough chasing. I would even say, Heather, and I am more than enough is beautiful. I would even say I am overflow. I am limitless. I would even just remove that little remnant of enough. But if that resonates with you, stick with it. Totally fine. Enough is freaking enough. Enough with doubting myself. Yeah. I'm so glad Mike and Davina. Wow. Whew. We have Pele, which is potential. Potential is a word, an energy I like to play with a lot, because we have so much potential just waiting to, like, even Pele, right? Like this goddess, this volcanic energy, this explosive energy, this fiery energy. We have so much potential. We have limitless potential. You have the potential for so much more abundance, more than you could ever imagine. You have that potential within you. But removing any disempowering cages of enough, the illusion of just needing enough, or needing to feel enough, or needing to have this credential to be enough. Just remove all the enough. Remove the enough, and your potential erupts. Cleanse all the disempowering enough, the potential erupts. I have often said, I think my husband was reminding me of this the other night. I've often said to him, I've said, to me, it feels like it takes so much more energy for me to keep my power down, to play small, to put a lid on my potential. It takes so much more energy for me to keep my power down. Like, if you think about, if you're a volcano, if you have all this energy ready to erupt from you, if you have all this potential and you had to stop a volcano from erupting, how much energy would it take to stop a volcano from erupting? Do you know what you're capable of? It's so much. And the fact that you were able to keep yourself small with enough, or any other limiters that you use to play small, or to just go for just enough, all of that energy you use to keep yourself small is evidence that you are so strong. You are so powerful. You can create any amount of money, any amount of impact, any amount of success, any amount of power that you want in the world. You can create so much when you let your potential go. You have so much power, you're just using it to keep yourself small, to keep your power down. That takes so much more power. It's so much more exhausting to just to try to figure out, what do I say to get people to buy? What do I do to make the money? What do I have to figure out to do this? That takes so much more energy, and it's so exhausting, and it's so draining. And instead, when you just say, I am done trying to be enough, I'm done trying to figure out what do I need to say, what's enough for me to do to get people to buy, what's enough for me to do to land this job, what's enough for me to do or be to make this amount of money, how much money is just enough for me to get by. It's like when you open yourself up to your limitless nature, to your overflow, to the fact that you are the universe in motion, and you just let everything be overflow, and you open yourself up to everything. You open yourself up to your potential. And instead of using all that power to keep yourself down and to keep your power small, you open it all up. Yeah, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile. Good to see you, Helen. Yeah, it's exactly that. Stop keeping yourself down and small. Use your power to just let it explode. You got me standing up all hyped. I'm so glad, Karen. I just heard open to overflow. Yes, open. I'm gonna grab another card. I saw someone ask. This deck is the Femme Folk deck by Annette Pierso, I think. Femme Folk. If you search Femme Folk, you'll find it. It's one of my favorite decks. Honestly, I love it. You're right. A lot of energy goes wasted in doubting, questioning, worrying, and all that. That's right, Miraj. Imagine you have enough of that, and start investing it into yourself, because you are worth it. Yes. Yes, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Whenever I hear that quote, it just like it sends goosebumps down my whole body because it's true. It's like we don't think we fear our power, but we fear it so much. We fear our power so much. And in such subconscious ways and subtle ways. And when we start to do what we've been doing here, what we're activating, what we're looking at of where am I playing, where am I using enough to keep myself small? Where am I using my power to keep myself in enough or less than enough and just shooting for enough? It's like that's when we start to realize that, that's when we start to realize, ooh, I'm actually a little afraid of how powerful I am. Or, ooh, these are the ways I didn't even realize that there was a part of me that was afraid of my power. Now, what if I actually let that go? What if I actually see what I'm capable of? Right? The things that come easily to me are my divinely given gifts for magnetizing money. This is from my Cosmic Wealth Codes affirmation deck. When you let go of trying to be enough or trying to just make enough or trying to figure out how to get to enough, oh, I'm so glad you're here. When you let yourself let go of that, when you let yourself let go of trying to figure out how to get to enough or be enough or anything like that, which is often just arbitrary and vague and ambiguous anyways, right? When you let go of that, when you free up that power, then the next thing, this is what you're being asked to do from here, right, with today's reading and activation, is to then tap into your gifts, your divinely given gifts, the things that come easily to you. Tell me in the comments right now. Tell me in the comments. What comes easily to you? Even if it doesn't seem related to money, but what comes easily to you? Are you a good listener? Are you really good at time management? Are you creative? Are you really good with words? Are you funny? Do you make people laugh? What comes easily to you? Creativity, listening, creativity, positivity, creating art, writing music, creative arts, my intuition, being creative, whimsy, yes, Moira, awakening the words within others, helping people recognize their strengths and courage, teaching, writing, intuition, inspirations, seeing beauty and humor everywhere, being stable in a crisis, wow, tarot, helping others, alchemizing energy, visualizations, humor, quantum healing. Oh my gosh, you guys are going so fast. I can't even see all this. Is amazing. Compassion, problem solving. Yes, almost everything I listed. Seeing the gaps in a situation, struggle, so powerful, so valuable. Indoor styling, healing messenger, connecting with others, laughing, alchemizing, translating energy into codes. Okay, now tell me in the comments, do you believe that what comes easily to you can make you wealthy? Do you believe that what comes easily to you can create massive wealth in your life? Do you believe that what comes easily to you, if you just leaned into that, you would be more than enough? You would have more than enough, that all of the enough would dissolve? Yes, absolutely. Yes, somehow. Yes, with my whole heart. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I'm saying a lot of all the yeses. Yes, and global change. Yes, it can. Yes, 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 yes. No, too hard to quantify, to prove to others. Yeah, I want to believe it, but I don't see it. Yes. Yes, I do now, but for years I didn't. Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh, I've asked similar questions in the past, you guys, and I've seen so many more no's than yeses. And let me be clear, a no does not mean that you have it wrong. And we're going to chat about this in just a moment. But I want to just remark on how the fact that there are so many yeses here in the chat, so many. Like, we are collectively, as a society, as a collective, we are upgrading, because I've asked this question over the years, and so often it's no, 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 no. And there's a couple of yeses sprinkled in there. And the fact that most of you are coming here with yeses now, oh my gosh, this makes me so happy, because we're shifting. We're shifting. I've always believed but never alchemized. Yeah. You must believe it to be able to see it. Here's the thing. For those of you who said yes, are you living in that belief? Are you living in that full power and potential and letting your power erupt within the things that come easily to you? Those of you who said no, it's completely fine, right? Those of you who said no, that's completely reasonable. Yeah, not yet. I am now. Yeah. Those of you who said, I don't know that I believe, or I believe, but I can't see it, right? That what comes easily to me is what will create more abundance. Those of you who've said that, this is your work after this call, is to sit and to really look at how could, for example, if you had something very, I saw someone said I can't quantify it to others, right? Let's just say like your ability to listen to others. Can you think about how being a good listener could be valuable in your current way of making money or in any profession? Like customer service, you have to be a good listener to be fantastic, to be excellent at customer service. Even being like an accountant, being a good listener, listening to the goals, the financial goals of your clients, listening to little things they might say, they'd be like, "Ooh, you actually qualify for a deduction that you haven't taken before." It's like, do you see how that could make you one of the best, most sought after, most well-paid accountants in the world? The work is if you don't see the connection, start to find it, right? Yeah, writing dialogue, listening is huge. Yep. Listen to understand versus listen to respond. That's just one example. So this is where the work is it's like let me be clear. It's not just, oh, just do what comes easily and all the money pours in. You got to do it with your full power. You got to do it with the full knowing that you are more than enough, that you are the whole universe. You have to do it with these walls that have come down, that have kept you small, that have kept a lid on your power. You have to do it with the full power, with your full power. So here's what I want to do here with this. I want you to take a moment. Those of you, if you're live, take a moment if you can. If you're driving, you can do this with your eyes open, or if you need to come back to it later, come back to it later. Take a moment and take a deep breath. If you can, if it's safe to, close your eyes. I want you to feel into your body, into your energy field. Where am I playing to just enough? Where are the bounds of just enough? For me, I always see almost like these, looks like plexiglass walls almost, like on either side of me or in front of me or above me. Where have I created a cage of enough? Where are the bounds of that? Just feel into that. Once you've found those bounds, I want you to kind of, plexiglass throat calling. Once you've found those bounds of your enoughness, want you to you can bring light in, or you can see this as almost like light or energy or even fire, if that resonates with you, since we had that Pele card, but energy coming up from beneath all of this, from within you. And I want you to let that energy dissolve that enoughness, dissolve those barriers. And even if you need to talk to those barriers and say, thank you for being here. Thank you for trying to keep me safe. Thank you for how you kept me safe in the past. Thank you for how you've served me. But I don't need you anymore. And you can see those limitations. You could see them shatter. You could see them dissolve. You could see them melt, disappear, shrink down. You continue to breathe into that. And then start to see how expansive you are without these limitations of enough. How far does your energy go? How far does your energy go when you don't have these limitations of enough? How powerful is your energy when it's no longer trying to keep those walls in place? How much more energy do you have now? Yeah, infinite into the universe. Exactly. Now, I want you to activate now in your body, in your energy field. Bring in the energy, whether you see this as light, I always see it as like golden light, or if you just feel this activating in your cells and in your field, I want you to activate the energy of overflow, the energy of limitlessness. Activate the energy of potential, of power. Feel that? And then when you're ready, hold that energy in your body. Know it's switched on now, it's activated. You can open your eyes if your eyes are closed. You can maybe move your fingers, your toes, feel this energy integrate in your body. After this, if you need to do a little bit of somatic movement, some breath work to integrate this, some journaling to really look at those barriers if you couldn't fully dissolve them in that little visualization we just did, feel free to do that. Do whatever you need to do to integrate this, right? Like I can breathe now without the enough closing in on me anymore. Yes. Limitless energy. So today, what I want you to look at is, where are you looking for enough around money or career? I feel so much lighter. I'm so glad. Felt it in my heart in third eye. Where are you looking for enough around money and career? Release that. Where can you claim enough around money and career to start a new chapter? What enough puts you in your power? Enough of playing small, enough of doubting myself, enough of waiting for this, enough of only aiming for that. And then activate limitlessness in your body, activate power in your body, activate overflow, abundance, true wealth. It's your natural state. It's your natural state. When you bring down those walls, when you unleash your power, that's what comes in. Yeah, I feel fire. Freedom dance with the universe. I love that. Lovely. My heart center is warm and buzzing. So this energy that you're feeling right now, this energy you're feeling, yes, enough of the old ways being, this energy that you're feeling, the fire, the freedom, the limitless, move from this energy today. Please do something with this energy today. Don't just let it sit there. Move with it. That's how you build it. That's how you grow it. Anchor into it. Do something with this energy, whether it's just writing a Facebook post, sending a text, doing some sort of ritual or spell work or whatever it is, manifestation work, visualization. Do something with this energy. If you can do something energetically, mentally, and then go take action with it, that's even better, right? So take action with this. Take action with this. Bloody hell, the blockage was in my throat, which I released with holy fire as I was filling up the light. The song Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now. Come on, I love that. Yes, I commit to taking action with this. Now, this energy that you're feeling, not only taking action from it, now it's about holding this energy. And I want to call this, let me know if this resonates with you. Does this feel like a remembering to you? Does this feel like a remembering to you? Because this is your natural state. Let me know in the comments. Does this feel like a remembering, or does this feel new? Does this feel like I've never felt this before? This feels alien to me. Yeah, yes, yes, yeah. This is how you are meant, yeah, remembering and unleashing, sobering. This is how you are meant to feel almost all of the time. Yes, we are human. Yes, you will have times when there's doubt. That's normal. Yes, there will be times when you feel a little fear. Yes, there'll be times when you're out of your comfort zone. Yes, 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 yes. But the majority of the time, this is where you should be feeling. This is the power. This is the potential you should be tapped into. This is when you can live in this space most of the time. This is where abundance comes from. This is where miraculous money manifestations come from. Those of you who are on big soul missions, who are leading businesses and movements, this is where the success comes from. This is the energy to be in most of the time. This is your power. Unbound. Yes, I felt it before. Yes. It's been a remembering for sure. Normal, exciting. So not only today, not only moving from this energy, but coming back to this, holding this, remembering. This is what it's about. This is the work. This is the inner work. This is the inner work that creates the outer results. Coming back to this energy over and over. Every time the conditioning and old money paradigm of enough comes back in, come back here. Remember this, right? Remember your power. Remember your potential. Remember that everything is possible. Because that mindset and energy is where all the money and all the success exists. This is where it comes from. Yes. So this energy right here, this is where, if you want to go deeper with holding this, you don't want to drop this energy. You want to be in this energy and create from here, because you can see, you can sense what's available for you from here. This is what I have for you in my different offers. This is why I do the work that I do, is to help you not just get to this energy, but hold it and act from it and move from it and create from it. So with my 777 sale, you can go to tayloreaton.com/777 to shop it. The link's in the description as well. From, like I said, today, 77288 Lion Gates portal. This sale is available. If you want to use this energy and hold it to create and manifest more money, specifically just money, wealth, that's what the Wealth Vibe membership is for. And for this next month only, when you join, during this next month, you get your first month for just $7. It's normally $25 a month. I'm doing it for just $7 this month. So if you have been thinking about it, if you want to come try it out, or if you're like, I can't even do 25, but I can do $7, you can get in there. There is so much stuff. We have daily mini money readings from me to get your energy right and on point. We have monthly challenges to build and shift new habits in money and new ways of manifesting money. We have 21-day challenges every month. It starts from the 1st to the 21st. Right now, we're in the middle of our Lucky and Rich challenge, building and wielding the energy of luck. We have a book club that deals with money and spirituality in there. Yeah, I love the challenges. I know, Esther, you're amazing at them. The book club is great. Yeah, we have a book club in there. Right now, we're reading Conscious Luck to accompany our challenge. We have a community, hundreds of like-minded people doing this work, connecting with one another, building. People have been meeting in real life from the Wealth Vibe, which has been mind-blowing and amazing for me. We have so much in there. There's exclusive meditations from me. Sometimes we have a live monthly call. Like, I know that this space is worth at least like hundreds of dollars a month. I do it for $25 a month because I want to make it accessible as possible to as many people as possible. And this month, when you join, your first month is $7, and you can cancel at any time if you're on the monthly plan. So that's the first thing. The Wealth Vibe community is awesome. I'm so glad I'm seeing so many of you. So that's there that you can check out. You go to tayloreaton.com/777. The first option there is the Wealth Vibe membership. You use promo code 777 at checkout for the Wealth Vibe. You get your first month for $7. Now, if you want to hold this energy we've activated here, you join the Wealth Vibe triggered huge shifts in my reality. I know, Emily, you've been on such an amazing journey in there. And Sylvia, I know. The membership is worth it. Thank you. I love seeing my Wealth Vibe members here. Yes, I mean, the $7, you have nothing to lose and it'll be well spent. Thank you, Alexis. So for those of you who don't just want money, but you want success, right? So I'm talking to entrepreneurs, leaders, people who know you're here to make a big impact in the world, who you want to manifest wealth, not just by any means possible, but you want to do it with massive success. Oh, thank you so much, Myra. I appreciate it. If you want to activate massive success for yourself in your life, not just wealth, but money through success and the power and the influence and the impact that comes with it, because you know you're here to do big things, this is where my mentorship comes in. I do high-level success mentorship for people who are leaders, people who are visionaries. I am launching officially now a brand new mentorship called The Golden Thread. And this is a Telegram space. It's on Telegram, so voice note and text. So text and audio mentorship. And what I do in there is at least once a month, I drop a high value potency audio that connects you to your power, helps you move with it, but also talks about it in applicable ways, storytells my experiences, the things I've learned, how I've created different types of success in my business, things I'm learning from my high level private mentorship clients and the things we're uncovering together there. I share that, but also beyond that, I come in at least once a week. It's usually like once a day during the week. And if anyone has questions there, there's a Q&A thread, and I answer your questions with customized mentorship, and we sometimes go back and forth, and I mentor you. So it's a way that you get support as you're making your big moves, and support on demand, like when you need it, right? So it's such a powerful space. I already have a handful of people in there who are on this live stream who are just amazing. And so this is a space for you. If you already know, like, this is how I want to make money, this is the business I want to build, or that I want to scale, or I want to get to this next level, wherever you are in it, if you know what you're here to do and to create and how you're here to lead, that's the space for you. And I mentor you and we move together. And it is a year-long container. And right now for the sale, it is $1,777. Payment plans are available as well if you want to email my team for those. So again, go to the link in the description, the 777 sale. You'll see the golden thread option there is option number 3. And that space is so powerful. I know Adriana's in there and it's amazing. There's already so much content. There's almost already 2 hours of some audio trainings, a lot of valuable Q&As that has been me mentoring others with. But here's the thing. While this is $17.77 for the next month, it'll go up to $22.22 on 8/8, and then it's going to continue going up from there, because the more audios I put in there, the more value there's in there, and the more we build and the more mentorship in there, then the more that this price will go up and up and up. So if it feels like this is for you, then this is the time to jump in. It was sometime this next month. Now, if you are not sure if it's for you, I've created an option for this sale called Inevitable. The golden thread is powerful, no doubt about it. I know Sylvia's in there too. God, I love the questions you guys have been asking in there, because it has created such powerful mentorship and audios in there already. So if you are not sure if the golden thread is for you, but you're like, I think it might be, I want to work with you, Taylor, I'm not quite sure, what I would recommend doing is jumping into Inevitable. Inevitable is a brand new offering that I'm created just for this sale. It is currently $77. After this, it'll be sold passively for $111 after this month. In Inevitable, what we are doing is we are diving deep. I'm going to give you, it's 7 days. We start a week from today on July 14th, and I am going to be giving you 3 powerful audio activations on the different frequencies that create success. And then on the days in between those audio drops, I mentor you. You drop questions in response to those audio questions of like, but how do I embody this when I'm going through a launch and this is struggling and I'm struggling with this? Or how do I don't understand how to access this. You ask those questions in response to those audios, and I mentor you. I will be in there every other day. It's on Telegram, and I will be sending you audio notes, mentoring you. So it's 3 days of audio drops, 3 days of mentorship, and on the last day, we have a final integration activation. So it's all on Telegram, only $77. This is intended to be its own powerful thing that you come back to every time you like, I know what success is like, but I doubt it. I'm not consistently operating from this energy we've activated here in this reading today, Taylor. That is where you come into this and you come back to it every time you need to reactivate it, because it's going to be lifetime access. Those of you who are in the golden thread, you get it for free. Annual members of the Wealth Vibe, you get it for free as well. So please don't go buy it right now. If you did already, we'll refund you. But if you're an annual member of the Wealth Vibe, or you are a member of the golden thread, you get Inevitable for free. But Inevitable is where you make your success inevitable. You build the energy, the frequencies, we activate them, and I mentor you around them to integrate them. Yes, Allison, golden thread. Allison's also in golden thread. It's similar, in a way similar to Catalyst, a little bit less high touch, Sylvia, but it is very powerful. And I'm so excited for Inevitable to start next week. Yes, just sign yourself for Inevitable. Yay, Cara. So here's the thing. That is available. We start next week. If you are not sure where to go from here, go into the Wealth Vibe for $7 a month, or jump into Inevitable for $77. If you want to get a preview of what it's like to be mentored by me, to get my energy in a Telegram container, and also just get these powerful tools that you're going to get to come back to over and over again for whenever you're like, I'm about to go through a launch, I'm feeling a little bit of self-doubt, get into Inevitable. You come back to those audios. It's a tool for you to continue to activate with, and to come back to this energy and hold it and create from this space and move from it. Right? Whether it's a launch, a big interview, a big pitch you have to do in your business or in your job, it's like you come back to the energies and the audios in Inevitable. It's not just a one-time thing. This is a tool in your toolbox. Okay. Yeah. Mike says, I'm an annual member of the Wealth Vibe. Thank you so much for being so powerful and giving so much. I love to give. I love so much. I'm really shaking that I'll get inevitable and crying maybe too little. I'm so glad. Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad. I'm glad you've been loving Wealth Revolution, Miraj. Lastly, I have 3 mentorship spots opening up with me for private mentorship. If you go to the 777 sales page, you'll see that as the 4th option. That information there. I'm being lucky. Yes, you are so lucky. That is the information for private mentorship with me. If you want private mentorship, reach out. Those spots are very limited. I only open this up once or twice a year. The spots usually fill within a couple months. People in the golden thread, if you are interested in private mentorship with me, you get first dibs on that. But I will start taking info. Email my team if you want more info. The instructions all on the page. But that is for people who are already very established in business or in their careers and they want to go further, faster. They want private support. They also get they get the golden thread channel included. They get the wealth vibe included. They get everything included when you're in my private mentorship. So these are the offers I have for you. So wherever you find yourself on your journey, if you want to take this energy further, you want to hold this energy we activated here, this power, and you want to move from it regularly and see more and more results coming from there, go shop the 777 sale. You can go to tayloreaton.com/777. All 4 options are listed there. As you scroll down, you can learn more about each one, enroll in them. If you have any questions about any of it, email my team at hello@tayloreaton.com. We're happy to answer your questions. But I am very excited to bring these different offers to everybody. As Jessica said a little bit, there's something for everyone in the 777 portal sale. But for those of you who've been here this whole call, thank you so much for being here. You are so incredibly powerful. And like I said earlier, you are doing such important work on this planet. Whether you move forward into any of my offers, whether you just continue to be here on the free YouTube channel, whatever it is, I am so honored to have crossed paths with you. I am so honored to do this work with you. What we are doing here, the mindset work, the energy work, the big actions, the living out of our soul's mission, the changing our personal money paradigms. This is so needed in the world right now. We see so much pain, suffering, cruelty in the world right now. There is so much of it because the old paradigm knows it's falling away. It knows its time is limited. And what we are doing here is not just creating more wealth for ourselves and being able to live out our dreams, which is what I want for you as an individual more than anything. But we are also, in doing that, changing the collective money paradigm. And that's a big part of what needs to shift in order for this world to move forward in more peace, in more unity, in more harmony, in more fulfillment, in more joy, in more love, in more abundance. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for this call. Thank you for co-creating it with me. Thank you for the amazing donations. I'm so excited. Those of you, like, my phone's pinging with all the notifications of people buying different things right now. I am so excited to see you in the different containers. I am sending you so much love. Go sit in this energy we have created here, that you've activated, that you've remembered. Go sit in your power. Having trouble holding it? Come into the wealth vibe, come into inevitable, come into the golden thread, come into private mentorship, whichever one is right for you. I'm sending you all so much love, so much abundance. I'll see you all very soon in another video. I'll see you in my containers. I'll see you here on YouTube. Have an amazing, beautiful, abundant rest of your day.